Hello and welcome to the third episode in the series of London. This is how to get around. In the first episode, we looked at the arrival and how you get into the city. And in the second episode, we looked at what places to avoid and what places to visit. To get to those places, you need to get around. So here's a list of how you can get around for the cheapest. So, the main ways to get around London is the tube or the underground, the bus, or taxi or Uber. So, in this channel, we are looking at how you travel and avoid high costs. So, we will not be looking at taxi or Uber because it's a waste using them when you have such good public transport in London. So, I recommend using the tube or buses because that will save you many pounds on your stay in London. By many, I mean like a lot. A trip can cost £5 by the tube for a family versus £20 in a taxi. What you need to travel in London. You need an Oyster card. Here are just some of the benefits. It makes tube fares go from £4.90 one way to £2.40, so it halves the price of tube. It makes bus fares £1.50 instead of £3, also halves. And the biggest thing, you can take 4 kids free with the paying adults. So instead of buying, let's say you're a family of 4, instead of buying 4 one-way tickets, which will cost you £20, £20 one way, it will be £5 one way. Well, actually, £4.80, which is cheaper. You could take some trains to extent of Greater London and a little bit beyond with the Oyster card. This is how the Oyster card looks. It is a pay to go, so you can add on the machines at every single tube station some money onto it, and also you can get it at any tube station. If you go to a machine, it will give you a new one if you ask for a new Oyster card. You pay a £5 deposit for one, which you can get back at the end of your stay, and this will save you a lot of money. So this is the tube map. If we look closer, central London is right here. This is central London. So Knightsbridge, which is where Harrods is right here. Um, by the way, these are all references to our last video. This is the area of the South Bank, right? Then the British Museum is here. This area is the area of the Victoria and Albert Science Museum and the Natural History Museum. Soho is around Oxford Circus, Bond Street, Green Park, and Piccadilly Circus, and Tottenham Court Road. So this is the center London. Regent's Park gets you to the big Regent's Park. Hyde Park Corner is the corner of Hyde Park. Also, Knightsbridge can take you to Hyde Park. It's very small, but that is basically the center of London. Now, the rest of it, there's a lot more, and it goes out very, 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 very far. You can go around all of Greater London with this tube map, and you can go east, you can go west, north, and south. It extends all the way up here to Amersham and Chesham, Epping, Upminster, Woolwich Arsenal, so the Arsenal Stadium, Croydon, Heathrow, everywhere. Buses. There are over 900 lines with 8,600 buses running on them. So you can map which line you need, and you will always be in a vicinity of a bus stop. Bus stops look like this. So you can look for these. If you need line 42, you can look where this is, and if you see this, some bus stops even have a radar which you can tell when the next buses are coming. So they're very helpful. These tips will make your travel much, much, much cheaper. In total, for a family of 4 staying a week in London, they can save upwards of £200 using these tips. And I have done them. And also, if you're staying longer on the Oyster card, you can, only if you want, you can do a 7-day pass if you travel a lot, but make sure you work out. Also, if you go further out of central London, then you have to pay more for the tubes. Buses stay the same. And if you travel 3 times or more, it maxes out. So the most you can pay is above £6. just a bit over £6. That is the most you could ever pay. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe and leave a like on this video.